Yeah. Saying anything.
Oh, what we got here?
This might be it.
I think we found another location.
Yeah. Ground is really soft. It's like a piece of the house fell off.
All right, we found another house. We found another old barn. Looks like we could walk around for a little bit here, so we're going to take some video first. Kind of show you around what we're looking at and some of the landscape possibilities. So we'll see what we got. Let's go. All right. Okay, we got some great video of this place. Went all the way around. I do wish that part of that semi trailer back there wasn't there, because that's a great overhang. So I'm going to try and get in there myself and get some pictures. So the next step for an artist gathering reference, of course you got the video. So the video's great because you can pan, you can pause it, you can zoom in, whatever you need to do. But then you can also add some pictures to it. And if you're taking a look at the house itself, you know, the house itself has a nice shape to it. It's nice and smaller. I love the brick. The brick will show up really nice and dry. And these trees over here is absolutely fantastic. Snapping a bunch of pictures of the trees over here and over back in here. And then I love the patched up panels on this old barn. It's fantastic looking. So I'm going to snap a few pictures here, get some more reference going for this, and then I'll do a few sketches and we'll call this done. So over along here, you can kind of see the space in between the house and the barn itself. You got those trees right there in the middle. So that's one of the pictures that I'm taking, because that's a nice composition. You can see how the trees kind of complement the house and the barn on either side of it. And you got this beautiful back area here with the treescape, and then there's still room for the clouds to come in. So these are some of the things that you have to think about as an artist. You're looking at your different compositions. So I can definitely take different angles of the house. I can include the trees over here, at least the one here. I can come around and look at this other tree here. I can get a little bit of the hill part of the cornfield in the back. I'm definitely going to get the overhang over here by the barn and the patchwork. And like I said, what you're looking for is composition. So the way that tree is kind of coming up over the barn, and then the big tree behind it, that would make for a nice picture. On top of that, you add the other two trees at this angle. Now you got a whole other picture. So everything comes together in one nice composition. These are some of the things, again, that you're going to have to look for as an artist. Alright, so I got my little mini sketch out. This tree is really striking to me. So I'm going to do a quick sketch of it, just to kind of get my impressions of it. And as an artist, really, you're just going to sketch whatever appeals to you, whatever speaks to you. I just want to draw this out real quick because I love the way the trunk comes down, the way it kind of curves into the grass, and then it just kind of shoots up, kind of comes up that. And you got some branches come up like that, but this trunk is really speaking to me. And then you got some of the tall grass over there too, and then about halfway up is when you start having the leaves a little fatter on the bottom, kind of curves up this way. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm just looking for what is singing to me when I go to put this into my drawings itself. And you can come back. Melanie's going to sing you a little tune here real quick.
I'll sing it to you.
Yeah, you'll sing it to me.
I can sing better than that tree.
Yeah, I think you could.
Share in there.
But
you believe in life after love.
there you go. You got your inner share going. But I really like the way this tree trunk looks and the way it kind of comes down. And you can come in, I mean, you can blend it if you want.
Okay, now it's on.
You can come in, you can blend it if you want. You can add some color to it if you want. I mean, the whole purpose of taking the video and the photos is just to add that to it. And the drawing itself, like I said, is really speaking to me. So I just wanted to sketch out just a little basic part of that tree. I really like, and I could do this one from here, but I really like that patchwork on that barn. I really like the angle of the roof. Sort of coming down like so. And when I'm out here traveling, I do have a little bit of everything. Right now I'm just using some graphite. Honestly, it was just kind of the first thing I picked up, so I didn't really care. But I'm focusing in on just kind of the patchwork that they have going on here, and some of the wood itself, some of the way that the wood comes together in the seams. And I'll leave myself some notes. So we got seams. I really like the way that looks.
Don't talk. Okay.
And then we got some of this patchwork here. Which is really cool to see. It comes down. It almost looks like there's a little bit of a door, barn door sort of makeshift there. And you can really get some nice designs in on this that could almost be a separate drawing itself. So that's kind of the main point of that one. And you have patchwork. So that's kind of like my focus on it when I'm looking through the video. That's just some of the things that catch my eye. You can include some of the grass and foliage down underneath if you want. Again, I'm not looking to paint a masterpiece here at this point, but what I am looking to do is basically take notes, add to my reference as much as possible. It's just going to make for stronger drawings in the future. I really like the way this door area looks. This might even be a piece by itself as well. And I'm just kind of looking at the shape of the brick.
Let me get on your right side because you're left-handed. Your arm covers. Okay.
I really like the shape of the brick, the way it comes down, right? And the brick goes all the way down to the bottom, okay? Then you have the top up here, but the door itself is up high. So, you know, it probably was like steps or maybe a deck or something out here. You know, I'm standing on a little piece of concrete, so I assume that probably an old driveway of some sort. Then, of course, you have the brick here, the concrete brick, and then the brick over here that comes down. And like I said, when I'm focusing on here, I really like the way this composition looks with this door up high like that. It looks a little bit mysterious. You know, this kind of comes down to a point here. You know, when you include a little bit of the tree line in the back, with a little bit of the cornfield, and then you get the roof itself, you really find yourself almost a masterpiece just here.
You know, on Google Maps, there's a picture of this house in really good shape.
We could probably do a before and after compares.
Yeah, and then there was a shed in between this and that barn.
So there was another shed.
Yeah, there was like a shanky looking one, but
it'd be interesting to find out maybe some of the stories of this house. Maybe some of the past. Maybe there's some things we can incorporate. Who knows?
I really like the little bricks lying around.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of nice little nuggets in here. I could actually spend hours at this location. So this is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, this is what you're looking for. You're looking for what sings to you. And that door right there, with that top part and that brick, it's really singing to me right there. So that's going to make for a nice masterpiece.
I wonder if that piece was on that door. Mm-hmm.
Very excited about it. You even got the vines that are coming up by the door. That's a good notation to have. That kind of adds to the creep factor, and you can even add your own vines to it as well. If you're looking composition wise, and I'll make that note, vines, because that'll add to that door, make that look nice and pretty there. And then bricks. So that's some of the focus there. Alright, so we got our sketches done for the day. We'll go over all of our reference and we'll create some masterpieces. Well, that wraps up another fantastic episode of The Traveling Artist featuring Mel. We gathered up some excellent reference on this abandoned house barn combo. The earlier video, the walk around, really gave a good sense of how beautiful the landscape looks and all the compositional possibilities to be had at this location. Pay attention also to the wonderful clouds overhead as highlighted in these photos. They add beauty all their own. Enjoy.
Stuff we have for our travel series. I bought him a new book bag and of course our wannabe GoPro. Okay.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Wait. Okay.
And I have to thank again my lovely assistant Mel.
Yes, and don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Bye.